Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. When I am out and about in town, I like to go into the cheap and cheerful shops, places like Poundland, because they can be a really good source of things for tabletop gamers like myself. You can get little pots and things for storing tokens, things like vinyl tiles and cheap resin for when you want to make scenery, all that kind of good stuff. And sometimes I spot things that I think would be really good for people who are at home crafting their own board games, looking for things to prototype an idea. And it just so happens that today in a Poundland I found these Grumblies mini axe, and I saw the artwork on the cover. I saw this character here who looks a bit like Anger from Inside Out, and I thought these might be something that you could use if you're prototyping a game for playing pieces or something like that. So I grabbed a few boxes because these were £1 each, and it says on the side, small size, major meltdown. So in this video today, in a little break from the norm for things that I normally cover on the channel, I am going to crack open a few of these packs. We will see what Grumblies mini axe are all about, and we will see if they might be something that you might be interested in picking up for when you are prototyping your next great, amazing board game. So, I believe it's one in a pack. They are Series 1, but I think it is also one in a pack. And I don't really know what I'm going to get here. There is a seal, which just rips here. When I do one of these, I always feel like one of those YouTube toy channels that just open the blind packed stuff all day. I'm not a big fan of blind packaged stuff, but if you're ever in a Poundland and you see something like this at £1 a pack, it's quite often worth a gamble. Get rid of that, just to see what it's all about. So this just pops here, and we have a green baggie, and we have a little piece of paper. So, what did we get in our green bag? There's always so much packaging on blind package stuff. Layers upon layers of plastic. And we got... what is that? That is a little thing. It's rubbery. Oh, it's like a pencil topper. It's got a space for putting a pencil. And it's got actual fabric hair. And that's really nicely painted. That's really good. I quite like that. I think that's cute. It's like a wacky creature. And yeah, it's a decent size as well. That's nice. I wonder how big it is. With the hair, about 80mm actually. And yeah, I think that's really quite good. I have no idea how much these retailed for originally, but for £1, that is a very nicely painted piece of rubber with a wacky character face on it. I like that. Let's have a look at the piece of paper and see what other characters are in the series. So it appears there are 12 characters in the set, and they are divided into 6 different factions, and this is the character we just got. This is Flick. But it looks like we have 2 characters that are fire-based, Flick and Scorch. You get 2 that are lightning-based, Bolt and Spark. 2 that are earth-based, Tremor and Mudslide. 2 that are, I guess this is magic, because we have Hex and Juju. Then we have 2 that are water, Surge and Hydro. And 2 that are ice, Frostbite and Iceclops. And they're all kind of the same. It looks like some are a little bit bigger than others, unless that's not to scale, but Flick appears to be smaller than Scorch there. But they are all unique. They're not just different colorways or anything. They are all different characters. They're all obviously of the same sort of style. They have no arms and legs. They're just a blob with an angry face and a big flash of hair. I do wonder if they were inspired by Inside Out at all, because they do have that kind of exploding into anger look about them. But anyway, one more thing to talk about with these. They all come in these plastic containers, and if we look at the top and at the bottom, they have a stone texture on either end, and they also have grooves cut into the side. And you can actually take these and, if I can do it right on camera, you can slide them together to make a sort of display stand for them. But better yet, if you have more of these, you can stack them together and do all sorts of kind of cool things. So we could put this one on here, slide that down. If it will go on, go in there. Like that. And then we can slot this one in here. And I am getting some mad HeroScape vibes from this. And I'm sure that if you are prototyping something, you could probably make use of something like that. It's pretty funky. But before you get too excited, I did check against HeroScape tiles. And no, they do not fit. It's a close call, but they do not slot together. What you can do though, is place them on top of HeroScape tiles, and they do fit perfectly. So that is not bad either. I actually have a few more of these to open, so I'm going to open them and I will show you what other characters I got. Here we have Scorch. This is the partner to Flick, the first character I opened, and he is indeed bigger than Flick. He does look very much like Anger from Inside Out. Same sort of design, and here they are side by side. They look quite cool. The fact that you get two in each faction, that could work out quite nicely if you're prototyping a game where you have teams, especially if you have teams with characters with different abilities. Maybe you have a larger, stronger character, a smaller, faster character on each team, some kind of strategy-based thing there. Lots of ideas spring to mind. This is Frostbite, and I love this one. I think this one is great. I absolutely love the facial expression on this one. And again, the painting is really nice. It's a really well put together piece. Bear in mind, I paid £1 each for these. I am sure they were much more expensive when they came out, but that is great. And as luck would have it, I also got Ice Clops, which is the smaller baby brother of Frostbite. So we have two complete sets of the ice and fire characters. And here they are side by side. And finally we have Surge from the water faction. I like this one as well. He's got 3 eyes. They all look angry. This one looks particularly angry. But again, they all have a similar sort of style with the spiky, lumpy bits. And yes, they all look angry. And there we have all 5 of our Series 1 Grumblies. That's £5 I spent on those, and I think those are pretty decent. Now, I am not in the habit of making my own games. I don't tend to do any prototyping or things like that, but I do like to look out for things like this that I can put on the channel that other people might be able to find some use out of. For me personally, I think I am going to lose ownership of these to my young son. I think he is going to enjoy playing with these, and I will not have them in my collection of bits and bobs for very long at all. But if you're in the UK and you think you might be able to find some use of these, head down to a Poundland, see if they've got any in stock. It's going to be an end of run product, something that has been discontinued, so it's only going to be while stocks last, I should imagine. But if you can find some, I think they are fun little characters that you could probably use in a lot of different ways. But I guess that's all I've got to say about these. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this rather unusual video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so. And hopefully, I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.